Welcome to Genic. Emotions shape our experiences, influence our decisions, and impact the way we interact with the world. Yet how often do we find ourselves consumed by anger, frustration, or anxiety? In today's video, we'll dive deep into the wisdom of ancient teachings, powerful stories, and practical insights that can help us master the art of emotional control. To begin, let's embark on a journey back in time, to a moment when a seeker approached Gautama Buddha with a burning question: the seeker's dilemma. Once upon a time, a troubled man sought the wisdom of Gautama Buddha. He was tormented by his inability to control his emotions, especially anger. Small incidents would trigger immense frustration within him, and this led to conflicts, misunderstandings, and regret. Looking for a way to change, he humbly asked Buddha, "How can I control my emotions and find peace?" Buddha smiled, signaled for him to sit, and responded, "Let me tell you a story. The tale of two kings long ago. There was a mighty king who ruled over a vast and prosperous land. He was known for his power, wealth, and influence. One day he heard of a neighboring kingdom whose ruler was famed for his wisdom and tranquility. Intrigued, he decided to visit and uncover the secret behind this king's legendary composure. Upon his arrival, the wise king welcomed him with great hospitality, offering a magnificent feast in his honor. The banquet was adorned with the finest dishes, exotic fruits, and golden goblets filled with the richest wines. As the visiting king lifted his spoon, he noticed something. A tiny fly had landed in his soup. Disgusted, he immediately slammed his spoon down and commanded his servant, "Bring me another bowl at once. This is unacceptable." The wise king observed his reaction and gently said, "Your Majesty, why be troubled by something so small? It is just a fly. Why let it ruin your entire experience?" The visiting king, still irritated, replied, "I cannot tolerate such things. Even the smallest disturbance can sour my mood." The wise king smiled and said, "It is not the fly that has ruined your mood. It is your reaction to it. You hold within you the power to remain calm. Do not let external events dictate your inner peace." Hearing these words, the visiting king was struck with realization. He understood that his emotions were his own responsibility, not the world's. From that day forward, he practiced the art of non-reaction. He learned to pause, reflect, and choose his responses wisely. Over time, he found that his decisions became clearer, his relationships improved, and his kingdom thrived under his newfound wisdom. The lesson: mastering your reactions. We all face situations that trigger emotions: an argument, a rude comment, an unexpected setback. In these moments, our natural instinct is to react. However, the story of the two kings teaches us something profound. It is not the situation itself that affects us. It is how we choose to respond. Instead of being controlled by anger, we can learn to pause, breathe, and respond with clarity. This does not mean suppressing emotions. Rather, it means acknowledging them and choosing a response that aligns with wisdom rather than impulse. A modern tale: Michael's transformation. In a different part of the world, in our own time, lived a young man named Michael. Michael was like many of us. He was deeply emotional, often reacting impulsively to things that upset him. When faced with criticism, he would lash out. When confronted with disappointment, he would spiral into frustration. His relationships suffered, and he felt constantly exhausted by his own emotions. One day, after a particularly heated argument with a close friend, Michael had a moment of self-reflection. He realized that his outbursts were not helping him. They were pushing people away and creating unnecessary stress in his life. Determined to change, Michael started practicing mindfulness and emotional awareness. Whenever he felt anger rising, he would pause. Before reacting, he would take a deep breath. Observe. He would recognize the emotion but not let it consume him. Respond. Instead of reacting impulsively, he would choose his words carefully. At first it was difficult. His old habits tried to take over. But with consistent effort, Michael found that he was becoming calmer, more in control, and more respected by those around him. One day a friend came to him, overwhelmed by a personal struggle. Instead of offering immediate solutions or reacting emotionally, Michael simply listened. He provided calm and steady support, which made his friend feel truly heard. You always know exactly what to say, his friend remarked. Michael smiled and responded, "It's not that I don't feel anger or frustration. I've just learned not to let them control me." The power of emotional mastery. With time, Michael became known for his resilience, clarity, and wisdom. He no longer allowed trivial matters to disrupt his peace. He had discovered something invaluable. Mastering your emotions is not about suppressing them. It's about choosing how to express them. His relationships improved. His work became more productive. His mind felt lighter. And most importantly, he found inner peace. Ancient wisdom on emotional control. This lesson is not new. Great philosophers, spiritual teachers, and leaders throughout history have emphasized the power of emotional discipline. Here are some of the most profound insights. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger. Respond, don't react. Act with reason, not impulse. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it elsewhere. Emotions are powerful, but they do not have to be our masters. How you can apply this today. If you want to develop greater emotional control, start with small steps. Practice mindfulness. Be aware of your emotions as they arise. Pause before reacting. Give yourself a moment to breathe before responding. Reframe situations. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Let go of unnecessary stress. Some things are not worth your peace. Learn from the past, but live in the present. Don't dwell on past mistakes. Grow from them. Final thoughts. The stories of the two kings and Michael teach us that emotional control is a skill, one that takes patience and practice, but leads to incredible transformation. Imagine a life where you are no longer at the mercy of your emotions. Imagine making better decisions, improving relationships, and feeling an unshakable sense of peace. That power is already within you. The question is, will you choose to use it? Thank you for watching Genic. If you found this video insightful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, master your emotions, master your life.